What's going on, everybody? This is Aldi Baseball. We're finna make history this year. Go 14-0 district. Come support us Tuesday, or we beat Eisenhower and Elliott last. Yeah!
What's up, Hood News peeps? We're back with the Hood News Unfiltered. This is the Sweet 16 episode.
Episode Sweet 16. We made it. And by the way, you guys saw this video real quick with the Aldine baseball team out. Congrats to Aldine. They remain undefeated in the district, right?
Yes. A few more games, and it, like, man, they're going to the top. We're rooting for them. You know, they're just a few more games away, like 4 games away, I think, from having an undefeated season. So we're excited for you. Shout out to the Mustangs.
Mustangs, yes. And we have a great show up ahead. Stay tuned.
Go get your snacks. Go get your tea. Whatever it is that floats your boat, come on with it, because we got more on the way.
All right, save the drama for your mama in Baytown. We got some footage that you need to see.
Yeah, so this is out here, Garth Road in Baytown, Texas. Shout out to my Baytown peeps. Baytown, stay down. Something went down, man, and the video was sent in without any sound, so your girl had to go ahead and perform a little something for y'all.
Hey, why did you do that bullshit back there? Hey, I'm talking to you. I need a Snickers bar. I'm hungry. Let me get this stupid license plate, because it's on. If I see you again, I'm going to do the same thing.
Hey, you, open this door. Like, it was just the craziest thing. Like, the body language was really, like, giving road rage. At some point, this individual, this female, beats the window. There's a man, woman, and child in the car. What did y'all do? Hey, if you see this and you were in that red car, let us know your side, because we already know what's going on with her. I said that possibly like a Snickers bar was needed. Right. Was she hangry?
She wanted some Jack in the Box, 2 tacos for 99 cents.
Yeah,
well, she was mad that it wasn't 99 cents anymore.
Yeah, something went down in Baytown, man. It's just wild stuff. Please, friends, be safe out there driving. People do get irritated with,
and the light's green too as well. They're sitting there holding up traffic.
Oh yeah, but you know what? That was an ample time for a Hood News peep to go on ahead, get that camera ready, because she was on the Hood News.
Right. Yes. Beth on Facebook says Garth Road will do that to you.
For real, we got streets like that over here in Houston too. And then Cassie says, I keep pepper spray in my car just for occasions like this. Come at me like that, you're gonna get it.
You know, it's like that one time you're at the you're at the light for a little bit. It turns green and like somebody's already honking at you for half a second, just sitting there.
You know, my horn was disabled for a few months, and I kept it like that because I was like, man, because I lay on the horn. Now it's like little love taps. I'm scared of like beep. Like, I don't even want to do that. It's just wild, man.
Yeah, watch out for your road rage. Don't chill out. You don't want to have Grizzy doing some voiceovers on you.
For real. Because if nobody else will get you justice, the Hood News will.
Right.
All right, Hector. So this next story that we're going to talk about it's very complicated, but we do need to talk about these kind of things because we're seeing a lot of headlines. We've always seen them throughout history, but there are headlines that are very troublesome when you hear about a school. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of details, but recently a teacher and her son are accused of assisting runaways and enticing them into prostitution. Wow. And she would get hotel rooms for these runaways, and the son is a pimp, like a
recruiter.
Yeah, like a recruiter. She was like helping to recruit for the son. So I do want to send this message. You know, we had our activists out there, Quanell X, Candace Matthews. You know, they were speaking on this. And the perhaps what is basically the lack of action when people find out things, these allegations start coming out. We feel like very, very disappointed to hear that something like this would happen in an academic setting. Right. So yeah, it's just really crazy. I want to tell parents at home, have communication with your kids, hold on to them as much as possible. Don't let's try to work on our relationships, because we have people that are predators out there that will prey on weakness. They will entice our children. They have underhanded
They come
intentions.
in the form of teachers,
Yes.
preachers, and all these
Yes.
different shapes and forms. And I was watching this live, Grizzy and Candace, and they were out there. She had some really good points out there.
Receipts.
Right. She had receipts,
Oof.
text messages, and everything that she was mentioning out there. And it was pretty. I mean, got kind of heated this live.
It did, because we had some school officials also out there, and like Quanell challenged them. He said, "Step it up, come give your side of the story." And nobody wanted to speak. There was a legal representative out there as well. So if you want to check out the video, it's titled by the high school name. It's available on the YouTube, and it's also available on Facebook. So I want everybody to go check that out. Have communication with your kids if they, if they're telling you something about a teacher. I don't know what exactly the red flags might have been in this situation, but for law enforcement to investigate and then arrest somebody, like, wow. It's just really crazy. So this is the, compelling a prostitution of juveniles, allegedly trafficking of a child, 3 counts. So the victims' ages were 15, 16, and 17, just really all girls. And her son was arrested back in 2022, November. So there's just like so much to the story. It's really huge. And I, advise everybody, encourage everybody, go check it out so you can get more details.
Yeah, sex trafficking is it's a huge business.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And it's huge right here in Houston. And it's sad to see that it's happening inside our schools here. And it, like I said, it could be your teachers. It could be in many different forms. And that is why it's real important that you get to know who your kids, who they're talking to, get to know their lives, build that relationship with them, and get to know their teachers, get to know their friends, know their circle, know where your kids are, because you don't know, who they might be with and who's trying to convince them.
Okay, well, this opens the door for another one, because we had a missing girl a few days ago, and I couldn't really accuse a gentleman or a male of taking her. But we found out, so we posted a missing girl. She was from Pleasanton, Texas, and there was some sort of Houston connection. So when we posted her flyer, there were concerns that she had met a man online on TikTok. And she did. She met up with him. He took her. And I guess because the posts were going viral, somebody gave with the child's location. Officers went out there. Whatever story this guy gave Hood News peeps at home, whatever story he gave the officers, got him off the hook. Like, this guy was not arrested, no charges filed. Whatever I guess the DA did not accept or something happened. But I want to warn everybody. And I posted this picture. Go check it out on the Hood News. I got the update. Mom was very thankful for the viewers, you guys at home. Like, you never know when it's going to be your chance to be like an angel on earth for a kid that needs help or to keep a kid safe. Right. So this guy, he's got a history in the trafficking world. And I know this because I have a friend. She works really, she works very hard in that arena, like in that, in that world. And some working girls recognize this guy. So he was a pimp also. So yeah, this guy's off the hook for right now, but we're keeping an eye on him. And our thing is, this girl met him innocently through TikTok. I mean, it's very scary. She was gone for some days, and I hope that maybe something will catch up with him and he'll trip up and go to jail. Like, this guy does not need to be out there.
Yep. Check your kids' apps, see who they're talking to, look at their messages. That you pay for that phone, you pay for those services. You have every right to go in there and see who they're talking to.
Most definitely.
All right, so if you live in Houston, you got to watch your back and watch your stuff, watch your plants, watch your botanicals, and then also got to watch your dresses that are laying in the back of your patios. Here we have some footage that was sent over to us.
Yeah, man, even the cat took off. Look, crazy cat. It took off, man. Like, seriously, friends. So this guy, this past weekend, climbed over somebody's fence. He unlocked the little gate that you guys are going to see. He's going to go and unlock it. So he's making his exit plan. Right. Hops on over, very limber, starts shopping around. I mean, he starts moving. Oh, whoa. Hey, he jumped. I don't know what happened. Jackie Chan action right there. I think he's kind of skittish, got spooked. Then he perches. Look, he's perched on top of the
he thinks he's the cat.
Like, yeah, like, this is like, who is this? Well, we got the scoop, man. No official come on down yet because we're working to identify this individual. So what did he do, you ask? He took a Hood News Peeps container that had like a prom dress. Look, if you got all this stuff on the back of your porch and stuff, you don't need assist. Like what is, I don't know, just weird stuff, weird place to have clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had it in a tote. I don't know what she was gonna do with it, but this guy took the clothes and made a run for it. Look, the posters. Oh, a lot of clutter, man. The OCD in me wants to go clean all of that.
I'm actually glad that, in this footage that he actually had something underneath the dress, so it's not like.
Oh yeah. Like, we're not free agents out here, man. Oh yeah, man. It would have been a big old sensor spot, like bloop. Oh, and there we go. Makes a run for it. Oh yeah. So be on the lookout, folks. But we already got somebody on the lookout. So somebody told me, this is off the Mangum and 290 area. Somebody told me that this person lives behind Los Cucos. On some days, she rents out a motel and,
right.
Has little booty calls here and there. And then because that's what she's wanting is the clothes to look cute. Like she was rocking a prom dress not too long ago. So I'm like, dang, the Hood News peep is like, I need to know where. So she's out there driving around looking. She's trying to get those dresses.
Styling, profiling, too.
Yeah, styling, profiling, man, like a kitty cat, man.
Right.
This is a huge mess. But please, friends, just like I don't know what to say. Just we gotta hide our stuff better. If it means something, if it's important to you, put it up somewhere safer because your porch ain't it.
Yeah, and hide your cats too as
Yeah,
well.
hide your cats.
Christy on Facebook says that's definitely an Aquarius.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And if you missed the video. We made a few horoscope references, so I just kicked in with the inner Walter Mercado. We're throwing out the horoscope signs.
Mucho
amor. Yeah.
All right, DUI, DWI, caught with the gun, doing something wrong. It happens to some of us, the best of us sometimes
sure
as well.
does.
If you find yourself in a situation like that, or a friend or a loved one, there is a defender that could fight for you. That is Corey Roth, the Hood News lawyer. You can find him on hoodnewslawyer.com. Corey Roth and his team will fight for you. They will make sure that you get the justice that you deserve and make sure that, okay, maybe they did do something wrong, but you get fair and the right representation that's right for you. Call the Corey Roth Law Firm, hoodnewslawyer.com.
All right, Hector and my peeps at home, we need all eyes on deck. We had a young man named Jesse Davila last week out of Pasadena, Texas. He, I think it was a Wednesday night, he went to go to a bar. Anybody should go out and have fun and, come home and you should feel safe wherever you go, right? Unfortunately for Jesse, he went out that night, probably around 9:10. Then he goes to this bar in Pasadena somewhere. And so somewhere around 12:45 a.m., he left. And that's the last that anybody knows. The following morning, somewhere off of Spencer Highway in a parking lot of a grocery store, someone found him deceased inside the car. And at first we got video footage from peeps. They're like, hey, they're investigating somebody's deceased in the car. And so we don't know what the situation or the circumstances were. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to make some awareness about it, but we don't know. And it was nowhere else on the news. Nobody was talking about this. The following day, Jesse's family reaches out to say, hey, his name's Jesse Davila, and this is a murder investigation. And I'm like, what? So, yeah, he was found deceased with a fatal gunshot wound or wounds or whatever happened. He got shot. And they're trying to find out what happened to him between the 12:45 hour mark when he left that bar to when he ended up over here off of Spencer Highway. So nobody knows anything. And we're hoping that maybe with the help of the public, somebody will have some sort of details or saw something. Maybe they saw suspicious car leave the parking lot.
Somebody follow him.
Yeah, this is somebody's loved one. They just held a benefit for funeral expenses, and he leaves behind children. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's such a common story that we're seeing. People who ended up, having a good time, probably with family or friends, and hanging out, and then come up missing, and then just to be found in this situation a few days later or next day later. This is a young guy, with kids too as well. A bright future ahead of him, and just the whole family just shook to the core. we have a responsibility, Hood News peeps, to be on the lookout. And
All
also,
the
if you
time.
have any tips, make sure you guys send those in.
Yeah, we're gonna be going to Pasadena Police Department. That's where we're gonna. The information is gonna be forwarded over to, and it's gonna be Detective Mascorro. And there's a phone number too. Make sure you check out the Hood News for all these details. Last night, just off the subject. Last night I went to a shooting, but at first it looked like an accident scene. I was on my way to Little York 45, and then I got diverted because the traffic was so backed up, and it turns out that was something else. For some reason I ended up at a crime scene. I took some back roads trying to avoid that accident on the freeway, and it turns out that I ended up at a crime scene off of West Canino and North Freeway Service Road. So I see this 4-door sedan out there. The lights are on. It looks like it crashed into a wall. Come to find out, when we finally heard from the HPD officers out there, or they gave us word on what happened, it turns out a young man was at a red stop sign, and somebody in a truck drove up close to him. There's only 2 lanes coming in and out. Somebody drove up close to him and fired their weapon into the vehicle that he was in. So this young man passed away. I met his mom last night, and it was just really sad, man. Our prayers go out to these different families of these different victims.
Yeah.
We never know when it could be somebody in our, in our circle,
Right.
our people that we love. And it was so sad and so devastating for these families. It's just to see that. And the thing I want to say about this other shooting that I went to last night is that it's very important to have dash cams. Somebody was behind this young man's car. This is the other shooting I'm talking about.
Right.
We don't know the victim's name. And somebody was behind his car, and they had a dash cam that captured everything, Hector.
Wow.
So those things are so critical because, businesses have footage, but a lot of times we can't see it.
Right.
So I want to, tell everybody at home, let's start saving that little money, put some money to the side. A $50 dash cam is a good investment to have. It could potentially help you or someone else.
Right, and it could be a carjacking. It could be any type of crime that they need that evidence for. And that little piece of evidence, that little piece of technology that you could invest into could change somebody's life.
Exactly, and it can definitely help provide answers, help law enforcement, and just get those critical moments, caught on video.
Right. Such a sad situation.
Yes.
Again, if you have any tips or information, contact the Pasadena Police Department. Stay on the lookout for your surroundings too if you're out and about, whether it's in the daytime or at night.
Yeah, heads on a swivel, folks.
All right, up on 249 in 1960, we had a situation where we had a citizen's arrest where the citizen actually apprehended the suspect. Grizzy, what happened?
Man, we got a F around and find out situation, man. And what does that mean? Go look it up, man. So these dudes, these guys are going into a store. They got monies. I feel like it might have been a setup. Somebody must have hooked somebody up with some info hey, those dudes right there, go get them.
Right.
So some dude with a high point gun, a high point, y'all. I was laughing at this thing. Anyway, so the guy comes up to them with a high point, and the citizens are like, no, we're not going to get robbed today. They pin them down. There's a struggle. They take the weapon, push it to the side, and they really do perform a citizen's arrest. It's so crazy. HPD rolls up on the scene. We've got another Good Samaritan that saw the whole commotion, and they pin him down.
Yeah, it looks like the guy's actually doing more work than HPD.
Dude, yeah. For real. Dude, it's everything. We like to see this kind of stuff, but I'm going to tell y'all right now at home, please be very careful. Please. Just let them, man, I don't know, a gun, if you're not going to karate chop bullets, that, we already know.
Right.
You cannot, if they're armed and you're not, man, I guess what helped them was having 2.
Yeah.
Because one-on-one, it wouldn't have been a thing, So my thing is be very careful, friends. I'm very happy to see that this was the outcome.
Right.
We like some little justice like this,
Sure.
Get them,
Yeah, and again, we have a couple guys here. It could have been a whole lot worse with the gun involved too, as well. You see the shots of the gun there. It could have been so much worse. Props to the citizens for stopping and apprehending this guy. But again, be safe out there. Nothing is, it's not. Some things are not worth going out there and chasing down certain individuals, but shout out to these guys for apprehending this guy.
And our warning goes to if you got bad intentions or you might want to rethink that course, man. That ain't for you. This dude's out of shape. Like, look at him, like, man.
He was.
I thought they were rolling out a big old flour tortilla. You know, I was like, what the heck, man? What the
That's a tamale.
man? Like, yeah, like a big old fat tamalito. You know, like I don't know, but friends, like you might want to think this over. Don't crime doesn't pay. Like, and then you're gonna be featured on the Hood News.
Yeah.
That picture is viral everywhere. Look at him.
Right.
Oh man, was he wearing Crocs? I don't know, man. There's a certain type of outfit for all these bandits, man. By the way, Crocs and Glocks.
Right. Looks like he was running out of that in and out.
I'm throwing my phone away. Oh man, my people at home, what happens if you find yourself stealing a car? I'm not saying you, but let's just say you attempt to steal a vehicle. Guess what? Law enforcement is going to catch up with you. And that's exactly what happened to one bandit last week. He decided he was going to steal a truck. He doesn't make it too far. This guy ends up in a Wally World, runs inside, like inside the store. Then we see the Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies. Look, they're making a run for it. Oh my goodness. And it's a showdown, folks. All the shoppers inside, you could tell they're conditioned to this kind of stuff. Nobody was really shocked. One peep started recording, several did. And it was on and popping, baby. They're running around looking for this guy.
Looks like they're on a shopping spree.
Yeah, look at them. And they finally locate the suspect. Look, that's a Hood News piece. I know. Right. I got that video. Man, they got the guy hands behind your back. Yes.
No Crocs on this one.
No Crocs. Yeah, they got him. I mean, just crime doesn't pay, y'all, man. Like, I don't know. Like, this is forever going to be out there in the world of the internet. Great job at Harris County Sheriff's Office. They got the guy. He was in possession of a stolen vehicle. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that. But then you got evading, too, because the guy took off. It was a short pursuit. But nonetheless, I mean, he still had to be chased on foot and all this stuff. So, shout out to Harris County Sheriff's Office. And they pulled up.
Yeah, and they had to go for a run, too, as well.
Yeah. You want a free show? Like, if you're ever bored, like, you want a free show? Go to a Walmart in the hood. Like, it doesn't matter. East Side. Go to the one over there off of Uvalde, Freeport. Go out there. Go to the one on Cross Timbers. The ones on 290, I heard, are popping too. So, yeah, just go to a hood Walmart. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah. And have your phones ready so you can submit the camera footage over to us.
Yeah. Be ready, man. Get that. And wipe that lens. Please, friends. Wipe that lens. Right. That's very critical.
And watch the heavy breathing.
Yeah. Oh. Grizzy's like this. Like, that's what I sound like, dude. Like, literally, like.
we
I'm
sorry.
We
don't know if it's the wind or Grizzy.
Yeah, it's definitely me. And I love when I'm in areas where there's a lot of traffic because you can't hear the. And I'm literally, friends, I'm not even lying. I even go like this, but you're still hearing.
You know what I love, sis, is that when you have to go back to your car.
Man, I don't know, y'all. Like, I need to pack a whole suitcase with me when I go to these scenes. I forget something. The charger, the cord, the microphone. I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, just some camera tips for learn from us.
Don't be Grizzy.
Yeah, just keep the phone away from your mouth so we won't hear the breathing.
Yeah. All right, Hood News peeps. So this is where we want to shout out law enforcement because, as you guys know, the drug industry here in Houston, narcotics, it's a huge problem. We have a huge epidemic. A lot of people hooked to drugs that can potentially kill them.
Right.
Very dangerous these days. Well, HPD Narcotics Division and the Northeast Crime Suppression Team, they participated recently, just like I think maybe yesterday or a few days ago, in a multi-agency operation dismantling a meth lab.
Oh, and not only that, it looks like they got some type of shrine too as well, right?
Man, I don't know whoever the cameraman was or the prop man. The investigators, they seized about 45 kilos of meth. I mean, that's methed up, like literally a half kilo of black tar heroin, and they found a AKA, also known as, or AK-47, also known as a cuerno de chivo in Spanish. But when you look at the picture that the HPD tweeted out, man.
Oh, man, that's a nice little setup there as well. There's a stair fixed up just for pictures,
Man, they got the Mama Lona hooked up with the 47 keys. Then you see this St. Jude, San Judas de Tadeo. Shout out to all my Catholic peeps out there. And this is where it became like, what is this? San Judas has an AK-47. I'm like, am I seeing this right? Man, you know we had to share that on the Hood News, and man, the comments were roaring.
Yeah, shout out to the Northeast crime suppression team out there.
Yes.
Taking this drugs off the streets.
Yeah.
There's a huge, like you said, meth problem too as well.
Oh,
but
yeah.
all these drugs out in the streets, these could have landed not just in the hands of adults, but also some
Also
kids
the
too
kids,
as well.
yeah. We got to keep the community safe from these horrible things. All this the stuff that's stepped on, and all this other stuff that's, you know, they put cut in it, they put dangerous things in it that are killing people, like literally. So
Right.
yeah, we're really excited for this bust. I do see that they had like other pictures too. It looks like, you know, those reusable bags, those recycle bags. It's got a couple of kilos in there. Some of our peeps from the country
At least
thought
they're
that
trying to
these
recycle
were,
though.
yeah. Some of our peeps from the country thought that these were catfish nuggets bagged up. I'm like, no, like this is well, it's nuggets, but it's some other stuff. So
Right. Ooh, that's some dirty table too as well.
yeah, like man, don't do drugs, people. Look how nasty the prepping table is for whatever they're. Looks like litter boxes.
They did not pass the
Yeah,
City of Houston Health Department inspections.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. So great job, HPD. I don't know. We don't have a lot of details about this. We don't know where exactly on the Northeast side it took place. We don't know when. We don't know who the people are. So I'm imagining this is still a huge investigation. So yeah, we'll hopefully have more on the way, you know, for everybody, more updates.
That's it's a messed up situation, but thanks again to HPD for getting this
Yes.
drugs off the streets. All right, so that'll do it for episode 16. We thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and also don't forget to tune in to Grizzy's HoodNews.com. Over 390,000 visits in the last 30 days.
Yes,
Grizzy.
we're gonna show you exclusive stuff that you can't even see on Facebook. I mean, thank you, Mr. Mark. I mean, because you helped us develop a whole nother way to get like news updates for everybody. So it's kind of cool to have that on the side too. You want to see exclusive stuff? Definitely go visit www.grizzy'shoodnews.com.
And it's exclusive.
Yeah, like nobody else has that footage. I promise you.
And until next week, if it's real news,
It's Hood News.